Hello there friends. In today's video we are going to flip through every single page inside this wonderful TN sized Archer and Olive journal. There are a couple of pages here in the back, but I think I'm going to call it done because it is pretty chunky. So if you want to see all these pages inside this creative journal, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Belinda. I'm the founder of Organized and Blessed Mom, and I'm back with another creative idea. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you will know when a new video is posted. Friends, I want to start this video by showing you this adorable little pumpkin. It has a story because my son and I like to go get boba tea. And at our boba tea, they have those claw machines. And I saw this guy sitting in the claw machine. And I asked him, hey, do you think you can win that little pumpkin for me? And he did. So I'm just, these little things just remind me of how God gives us even the smallest little desires of our heart. When I saw it in the claw machine, I really wanted it. So I'm gonna give it a little place here in our flip through. I just thought I would share the story of this little pumpkin. My son's about 12 years old, and so almost 13, and he likes to name the stuffed animals he has. So he named this Mr. Pumpkin. So Mr. Pumpkin is gonna sit here on the edge, and I wanted to bring you a journaling video. I wanted to bring you something that you can, some kind of idea that you can use for your journal. This happens to be my creative journal. It is a Archer and Olive traveler's notebook size notebook. It is a dot grid, and I've had it on my shelf for quite some time. I don't know if you can tell, but it does have the little book stack. And then I bought this cover. This is a cover by Lauren Phelps design. I don't know if you can see it there. Lauren Phelps design. I did have to accommodate it for the journal here so that I could still use it. I met Lauren at the Little Craft Fest, and she showed me how, well, she told me how I could use the hair dryer to just kind of expand the spine. And then, you know, she told me about cutting it so that I could still use the band. So she was very knowledgeable. I believe these are like TN. They go inside a little thing, but it worked as a cover, especially because this guy was traveling with me. But let's get into the journaling flip through. So I wanted to give you just a quick flip through. This was... when did I start this journal? March. So this was my March through, was it August? Yeah, through August. So I was able to do a lot of pages in here. So I really like to do a cover page for every month. And then I try to do one page a day. Sometimes I can, sometimes I don't. Most months I don't, but I celebrate the ones that I do. So I do use, I have it over on this side here. I do use the journal prompts from Helen. She is Journal with Purpose. Everywhere, but especially on Patreon, she gives us these monthly prompts, and I try to do as many as I can. It looks like in March I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 or 10. So I'm just going to flip through here. I'm not going to talk too much about what these prompts are, because sometimes I would use some of her prompts. Other days I would just do my own. But the purpose of this journal is just to play. It's just a place where I can stamp, where I can use my paper, my ephemera, my stickers, and I could write. I really enjoy writing, so that is the part of journaling that I enjoy the most. And then, you know, the creativity part is just a bonus. Here is my April. I really like the way this April 2-page spread came out. These are from Wrong Wrong, these stickers here, and these are from Fayware. And these are some leftover letters that I had. I probably should tell you where I got the stuff in case you want it. This was from a Daphne Diary magazine, and then I used some of my stamps. These are 49 in Market. This is some ephemera from Simple Stories. I did a currently page with some ephemera. I don't remember. This ephemera I think I got from Joann's right before they closed here in my area. I love putting this paper in the back and then just a focal, kind of like a focal point. These are some tea stickers, very big stickers from Amazon, and then some ephemera. And then I just did some boxes over here, just real simple. Again, using my paper and my ephemera. This was probably one of my favorite layouts. I did a yellow page. I do like to do pages that have like a dominant color. Or I'll start with maybe, I know in this day I wanted to use these 3 stickers that were kind of left over, and then I tried to find other stickers from other collections that had that yellow color. This washi here is from Amazon. These were some beautiful stickers that my friend Cami Chipped in Time gave to me, and I wanted to just use them, and so I created a border. So it's really fun way to use up stickers and to, you know, incorporate them in your design. I also had these stickers left over from an Amazon book, and I wanted to use them, so I just created a border. And this is a little card, and I found a paper that kind of matched. These are also, it's a little book that I found with these papers on Amazon. I love this, this gold foil and this pink paper. And then I did on this page I was gonna do some pictures, but I ran out of time and I just left it. I didn't even put the date on, on that. Then I went to the Little Craft Fest. So I did sprinkle some of these stickers that I got during the fest, and I did make a washi page here. These are all the washis that I got from the Craft Fest. Then this is where I did a class, and a layering class, and I made my layer here. And then I took another class about romanticizing your journal, and I did the page here. Then we come into May, and I was trying to use up these stickers, and they were about food, so that just gave me an idea to do favorite things that I like to eat. So a lot of times you can get prompts for your journal from, you know, a tag. For this one, for example, said "A Lovely Life," and I got a quote from Helen with Journal with Purpose. It says, "Comparison steals your creativity," and I just wrote about that topic. There are many places online, for example, Pinterest. You can get a lot of prompt ideas, or you can just get ideas, you know, from your stickers. In this case, I had some sweet stickers, and so I wrote about my favorite sweets. Sometimes it doesn't have to be extra long. You can just do lists. In this case, I did use a stamp set that's an idea from I'll tag her here. LaQuisha does this 5-point journaling, a scripture quote, gratitude pondering, and there's one more, but I don't remember it. So it is a stamp set that I got from Illustrated Faith. And so LaQuisha does a journal where she uses these 5 prompts every day. And it's really nice if you don't know what to write. You can always find a scripture. You can always find a quote. You can find a gratitude and a pondering. I think the other one, if I'm not mistaken, is affirmation. So this is kind of like when you don't really know or don't have an idea, just get out, a stamp. This is another idea that I really, really enjoy. It's getting out some magazine cutouts, especially magazine cutouts of the same color. And so in this case, I knew I wanted to talk about simple living. So then I looked for some pictures or colors that kind of remind me of simple living. That's why I got the blue. I think the blue is so calming. These envelopes reminded me of, when people would go out and like send out letters. It's just an art that we're coming back to, right? With the pen pals. And this one, I was talking about resting, and I just got a couple of blue items that reminded me of rest, and that's how I did that one. This one, I wanted to use up these stickers and these boxes, and this is a great way to do that. And then we come into June. So in June, I really like this cover page as well. This is this is probably Soto Studios, if I'm not mistaken. And they come with these really beautiful, I think it's the coffee pack. And then I just put some paper that I had in my stash for so long. And I paired it with a couple of stickers that came in that kit. Some papers, a doily. And then I used, this one actually has a stencil. So it's really neat. Sometimes, you have supplies and you forget about them. So I was glad I could use them. So here's June. I think I just did about 4 or 5 things. Helen does give us a mood tracker that I find really fun to do. And I try to incorporate it into this creative journal. So here's June. I really like to start my month with some kind of a mood board, reflecting the different events that I already have on my calendar. And then I went on to do a couple of the prompts. This one is a yellow page. These things were all like from Amazon, and I was trying to use them up. And this is this is a big washi that's very, very big. And then I even did, I finished a book. I finished an Audible book, so I just put it in there with some bookish things. These stickers here are printables from Kelsey Lee at My Abiding Journal on Patreon. She makes amazing stickers. And then we come into July. This one, these stickers I believe are from Amazon, and I love travel stickers. So during the summer I try to use my travel stickers, and so I did about 6 prompts. I did my little mood board here again. Mood tracker. This is my mood board with the different. This one I just did like a list of the plans that I have for the month. I did do, I believe, I remember that this prompt was like using a napkin or something like that. Use a napkin. So this is actually a napkin. You just kind of take off the layers, and then I just put some glue. And I really like the way that it came out. It was a beautiful, like, Valentine's napkin. So I here was using some of these stickers that I have from Amazon. And then this prompt was something to do with like paint. And I wanted to use my Care Bear stickers. I need to use more of those. I have Care Bear and strawberry shortcake stickers that I got at Five Below. So I just paired it with these little craft papers, and I did metallic watercolor on that. I really don't like to do any kind of paint. I just find it very, very messy. So I rather stick to ephemera and stickers and stamps. This one I really like too because it has to do with travel. This one was an idea I saw online, and I just painted with my acrylic watercolors over, you know, some paper, and I thought it looked really, really neat. And then I just pasted one of the quotes from Helen. So, and then this is the last month that I was able to work in here. This is my August. This is a Simple Stories collection. I did do 7 of the prompts. I always do complete my tracker, even though I have to come back. That's another reason why I do keep a daily journal, because I like to see when I'm filling in this mood tracker. I always go back to my daily journal and look at overall how was my day, and then I can discern what kind of a day I had. So here is my plans for August with my little cutouts from the magazine. And then I did a 10 happy things list. I also did a finding challenging list, a favorite coffee shop list, a list of how I can make different things easier. And then I just wanted to use some of my magazine cutouts. So I did like a summertime mood board. And this was the last creation. I used some paper and ephemera from Daphne's Diary. And I talked about 3 things that uplift my mood. And that's it. I'm going to call this done because, I mean, I guess I could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to like 12 or 13 pages in here. So I might be able to get in 1 more month, but I'm just going to call it done because it's kind of chunky and kind of hard to keep it, you know, open when you're trying to work on it. But I can always go back and fill in those pages. As always, if you liked the video, please leave me a like. And if you want to see more of these creative journals that I have, I believe I have done about 2 or 3 flip throughs of the other creative journals. This was the first time that I did a creative journal that was TN size. Most of the ones I do are A5, which is my favorite size. But this one was really fun to fill up. I don't think I showed y'all this one, but it was kind of glued together. This is paper from Wrong. So she has great, as well as these stickers. But I hope that this just provides some inspiration for your journals, whatever kind of journals you have. I just wanted to give you some ideas and just show you just how you can use, you know, ephemera, stickers, stamps to create fun pages in your journal. All right, friends, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.